My mom said, what did they say? I said, I don't want to end up on a no-fly list right now. So let me just tell you when we get to the apartment. Me and my mom flew out. Everything was great. We made our flight. Lilo was such a good girl the whole time. And I got to baggage claim and I got a call from the movers because I texted them and I said, hey, how far are you guys out? We just landed. They called me and they said,
Hey, so your stuff is in New Jersey.
Huh?
why am I in Nevada and you and all of my personal belongings are in New Jersey?
Apparently this mover, which was a third party, their warehouse was in New Jersey. I didn't know that I was being given to a third party until July 1st, so that was bad enough. Now I'm finding out that these people took my stuff to New Jersey, and they never left.
It's now 10 days that my stuff has been in a warehouse, and they haven't even attempted to come to Nevada.
I asked the moving company if 10 days was enough time. They told me absolutely, that's enough time. If I had known that it was going to be this way, I would have given them my stuff earlier.
I get off the phone. My mom said, what did they say? I said, I don't want to end up on a no-fly list right now. So let me just tell you when we get to the apartment. Got to the apartment. She said, what did they say? I said, they're in New Jersey.
Our nation's official joke state shall be New Jersey.
So mom lost it. We're calling the moving company. We're calling the original company that scheduled me, everything. And nobody is being helpful. We talked to somebody, a manager or something at the moving company, and they said, okay, we'll try to get you out of here in like 2 days. This is editing Kira, and I just realized that I actually messed this part up. It was actually Thursday, and he said that he would try to get my stuff out tomorrow, which would have been Friday, or the next day, which would have been Saturday. It's gonna probably take them another 4 days to get here from New Jersey, at least. I have nothing but a suitcase, a dog, and my mother's with me, and we have nowhere to sleep. Luckily, my car arrived on time.
We went to like every Dollar Tree we could find. We went to Walmart, we went to Ross, we went to TJ Maxx, we went to all these different places just to find me enough stuff to survive. Shout out to my mom for buying me a futon at Walmart because we literally had nowhere to sleep, y'all.
It's now Saturday. I said, hey, it's been 3 days. I haven't heard anything. What's the update? Have they left? Are they on their way? What's going on?
Yeah, well, it's the weekend, so they haven't left.
What the hell are you
I'm about to beat this bitch up.
So at this point, I'm livid. I said, this is ridiculous. You said 2 days. At that point, it would have been Friday. You knew the weekend was coming. Why would you tell me that you would have it done if it wasn't going to be done? And now it's the weekend, and so you can't get a hold of anybody? What does that have to do with me? It didn't make sense for them to go back and forth to the West Coast without enough jobs. Like, it didn't make sense to them financially to do that. I don't care. I gave you thousands of dollars under the guise that you would be here on the 10th. It's now the 12th. You haven't even left. What is going on?
He said, I'm so sorry. I don't want you to be upset. Just give me like till tomorrow or Monday. We'll try to get it out. First truck that's going to California that we have coming. We'll tell them to put your things on there. We'll send it. Da 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 da. At this point, I've lost all hope.
I hung up. I immediately called the first company that scheduled me. And I said, please put a supervisor or a manager on the phone. This is ridiculous. I scheduled this with you and it's just been a disaster. They're asking me for all this money. They haven't even left New Jersey. I've been here since the 10th.
Well, I don't understand why you're upset. It's only been 2 days. She told me that the window of delivery does not start on the 1st when they take your things. It starts on the 10th. And that no long distance moving company would ever come get your stuff and drive exactly where it needs to go immediately.
Again, like I said, I've only ever moved locally. They come pick up your stuff. They take it to where it needs to go. So why would I expect anything different? In all my research that I did leading up to this scheduling of movers, it never came up online. I said, I don't understand why everybody keeps talking to me like I'm just supposed to know everything that's going on when you guys are supposed to be a reputable company and the person I talked to made promises that they're not able to uphold. But I'm the problem. The whole conversation I had with this representative was very victim blamey, and I did not like that at all. And also, it kind of was giving the air of like,
you should have known.
Like she thought that I was stupid. And I said,
well, I'm not stupid, and you're not going to convince me that I'm the only person in the world that has ever had this issue with movers. You're not going to convince me that I'm the only person in the world that's ever called you to complain about this situation. And you're not going to convince me that I'm the only person in the world that's ever moved from coast to coast for the first time.
I may be confused and I may be frustrated, but I'm not stupid. After going back and forth with this person who, by the way, never gave me a supervisor or a manager, never in this whole conversation. I immediately, as soon as I got on the phone, asked for a supervisor or a manager. She never made any attempt to get one for me. She sat there and she argued with me. I went to the apartment and my mom was like, well, what did they say? Immediately start bawling.
Why would you say that? Like, you put me in such an uncomfortable situation. Like, you know I'm not happy. You know I tried.
Immediately start audibly sobbing because I'm so frustrated by the situation. Then on the 19th, they showed up here, 10 p.m. 10 p.m. Almost all of my boxes were crushed. I'll put some pictures on the screen. Crushed. They also gave me 2 boxes that didn't even belong to me, so hopefully I can find a way to get those to their, respective owners. And then the best part, they didn't have 2 pieces of my bed frame.
Good night.
I have my mattress and my box spring. It is on the floor because they lost 2 pieces of my bed frame that you need to build a bed frame.
They still charged me $1,700 when they got here.
Remember that $800 I was supposed to give them when they showed up? Remember that special number?
That's about $1,900 I gave them for the deposit, $1,700 I gave them in Virginia, and another $1,700 I gave them when they got here, all for them to destroy my things and lose pieces to my bed.
The guy that helped me in Virginia, he wanted a video of me saying that I would recommend him. And I wish I hadn't done that, only because I don't want this company to have any good press from me at all. And he was a nice guy. He was very nice. He was helpful. He took my entertainment center, like, bless him. If you see any videos from them out about me saying I recommended them and that they did a great job, I was talking about this guy in particular. I wish I could remember his name. By the way, the people that brought me my stuff was a third company. That's the long story. I actually shortened this story for time. because it's 100 degrees and I've been sitting out here for 35 minutes.
I don't need it. I need it!
And like I said, if you're going to come in my comments and tell me I should have known better and I should have done this and I should have done that, save it. Anyway, thanks so much for coming to the channel again and watching me get my degree in yapology. Just advice from me, don't do it. If you're going to move coast to coast, just suffer. Just make the drive. Just put your stuff in a U-Haul and make the drive. Or do what I wish I had done and sell everything months in advance and just show up with a suitcase. If I had known that it was going to cost me so much more than they promised, I would have just sold my things and started over. I have my sentimental items. A few things broke, plates, mugs. It can be replaced. And I've heard so many stories from you guys since sharing this story with friends. You guys know people that this has happened to.
Situations like this happen on a regular basis. And that made me feel better because it's not me. It is a lot of people that are going through this with these moving companies. And I just feel like I have to be the one to say it.
Thanks so much for coming to the channel. Subscribe, turn on the notification bell, please, please, please. It really helps out the channel. Check out Pole Suites. We're going to be doing Pole Suites on demand soon. Go to Forte Suites and grab a Defund the HOA t-shirt. That's the one I'm wearing today. It comes in multiple other colors, but I really love the black and green. Subscribe. Bye.